Hallå och välkomna tillbaka till If My Heart Had Wings. I dagens avsnitt av If My Heart Had Wings så ska vi följa med, jag vet inte vad han heter, till skolan. Oj heter han. Oj. Vi ska gå direkt in i det. I put on my new uniform and made my way to school. I was a dorm mother, but also a student at Keifu Academy, or rather, the latter was my main occupation. Today was the first day of my new school. I'm not a shy type, but I was actually a little nervous. I'm not the shy type, but I'm the school I was going to before was a sports-focused all-boys school. We were playing golf and ping-pong all the time. Keifu Academy. The school I'll be attending starting today was an engineering school, and it was also co-educational. As I walked along the streets leading to school, there were more and more groups of people wearing the same uniform. I used to live here 5 years ago. There should be some people that I know, but most of my acquaintances went on to regular schools. I wonder if the one who went to Keifu Academy remember me. Even one acquaintance would make a big difference. Så han bara står utanför skolan med typ en skylt där det står typ Remember me. Så det är världens. As for Bianchi-san, alltså, I got weirdly misunderstood. Oh yeah, which school does Agata and the others go to? Men fan är det? AGH. Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention them. They were my childhood friends. I always played with them when I was a kid. They were Agaha, Mabo, Otoru, Ancha. Out of that group, Agaha, Mabo are the same age as me, but I haven't met in 5 years, and I haven't really stayed in touch. We only exchanged New Year's cards. Now that I mention it, I think there was a small message about which school they were planning to enter in a corner of the last year's card. What did it say? I had a lot of stuff to deal with, and I found it a little bothersome. Save Ancha. I haven't told anyone that I'm coming back. Jag vet inte om det där lät annorlunda. To be honest, I wasn't even sure how I should act if I saw them. When it comes to Agehol, she would probably say something like, "Why didn't you contact me?" and hit me. She used to look and act like a real tomboy. When I recalled the past and grinned. Ah. Is that her? At the spot where two school routes merged, a girl wearing a Keifu school uniform stopped walking and looked at me. The other girls who were walking with her were puzzled and asked her what was going on. However, that girl, as if she couldn't hear them, kept staring fixedly at me. Her gaze seemed slightly surprised. She's pretty cute. Jesus. Han är så jävla... Without realizing. Och det är liksom så här... Jag fattar inte riktigt grejen här dock. Varför kom det upp som att han sa det, fast det var inom parentes? Ska det föreställa att han liksom bara tänkte det för sig själv? För det är ju det allt annat som står här han gör. Without realizing, I'd stopped walking and was looking at the girl as well. I was going to an all-boys school until just a few days ago. So, this is what they call a girl? She seems to be... It's only natural that merely the sight of a girl, moreover a cute one, du tycker för fan att... Oh. Going to school in her uniform made my heart skip a beat. Men, alltså va? Har han verkligen på riktigt aldrig sett en tjej förut? Han beter sig ju så. Could it be Aoi? Yeah, that's me. Sett kontaktannonser lite överallt antar jag. I was a little surprised when she called out my name all of a sudden, and in such a familiar manner at that. Who could that be? Yeah, it's Aoi. No way, it can't be. She called me in a very familiar way again, looking very delighted. Did I know any girls this cute? Du tycker ju för fan att alla tjejer är söta. No wait, I've seen this face before. Och fortfarande, det här är en anime. Alla ser söta ut i animes liksom. Those eyes that sparkled like a little kid's when she smiled. Oh, I love little kids, so... Could it be Agatha? Of course! Men jag kan inte uttala det namnet. Ageha. 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 Oh. Of course I'm Ageha. Have you forgotten my face? While saying that, she briskly approached me and brought her face right in front of mine without hesitation. It was definitely Agatha. She's changed a lot, but if I just look at her face, there's no doubt about it. It's her. Are you really that, Ageha? You're persistent. Just how many other Agehas do you know? I'm the 100% authentic, genuine Himigi Ageha. Himigi, det kan jag kalla det istället. The other girls gathered around us in a circle and asked her who I was. Himigi turned towards them and introduced me. This is Minase. This is Minase Oikun. He's a transfer student. Sachin, you remember him, don't you? Sachin replied, no way, this is Minase-kun? In a soft, surprised voice. That's right, we were in the same class at one point in 4th grade. Aoi and I are childhood friends. He used to live here, but then he transferred to another school. The girls seemed interested in Ageha's explanation, and they looked at me in anticipation. Nice to meet you all. I'm Minase. Here's my number, here's my card, blah blah blah. I made a stern face as I introduced myself to hide my embarrassment of being in front of so many girls in school uniforms. Det är hans svaghet, eller vadå? Ageha, who was looking at me, snickered in amusement. I never thought I would be doing self-introducing on the way to school like that, so I was totally unprepared. Jag älskar också hur hon håller upp den här hela tiden, som om liksom det är en så här marknadsföring liksom, betald marknadsföring för apelsinjuice, 100% frukt eller vad det står på den, jag vet inte. I'll say it again, let me do it again. Är det här ett val eller? I'll say it again, let me do it again, va? Biwatch-san, words skimmed through my mind. You got him taller. I didn't recognize you at first. As she spoke. Och så vad fan var hon hette? Himigi, jag har fan short term memory loss. Himigi moved her hand near the top of my head to check the difference in height between us. Our bodies were making contact, but she either didn't notice or didn't mind. Alltså han är så jävla creepy den här snubben. Oj. Det är typ alla jävla anime-protagonist någonsin och det är lite roligt att se, antar jag. I flinched slightly, but the fact that she was so unreserved actually made me feel more comfortable. Back in the day, we were going head to head. Boys are so unfair. Speaking of which, you've also changed. Really? She looked at herself as she said that. Yeah, even though you always looked like a boy, now your figure has become quite girly. Those were my honest thoughts, but it sounded strangely lewd when I said that. I thought she would be a little mad for that, but how do you like it? I've become quite the woman, haven't I? Jag kan inte göra den där rösten. Himigi laughed happily and did a little spin on the spot. The force of her turn made her skirt flutter a little. Yeah, it's like you're not really Himigi. Dazed, I spoke my mind without thinking. Yay, alright! Himigi was pleased and high-fived her friends. Va? Seeing her in high spirits felt just like old times. Himigi, my best friend from childhood, hadn't changed in the 5 years that had passed. Nej, okay. Yeah, it's like you're not really Himigi at all, liksom. 5 sekunder senare. My best friend from childhood hadn't changed in the 5 years that had passed. With the exception of her appearance. No, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Så varför ser allting så konstigt ut? Arkitekturen är så skum. Varför? The lesson on my first day at my new school flew by in the blink of an eye. Vadå, får jag inte följa med dig? Between lessons taught in regular schools like language and social studies were classes from a technical curriculum. I was still in my second year, so I didn't have many of those classes, but it appears that when you reach third and fourth years, they become more numerous. Fourth year? By the way, this was a 5-year school. Oh, okay. Because of that, when I was walking through the hallways... Oh, she's pretty. It's probably due to the sad nature of my former all-boys school, but I couldn't just stop my eyes from following the girls as I walked past them. So you're already checking out the girls? No, that's not it. I just thought that they looked really grown up, that's all. Aren't they seniors from the 4th or 5th years? At our age, a gap of 3 or 4 years can be pretty big. The upperclassmen looked very mature. Also, even though this is a technical school, the percentage of girls is pretty high. In fact, you're the only boy here. Huh? Why is that? I asked that out thinking, and Agatha looked at me as if she wanted to call me a pervert. Så det där... Hon ville inte kalla honom det tidigare, men nu sa han tydligen någonting. Jag vet inte vad som... When the school was rebuilt, they made some efforts to get more female students. I heard about that before, a transfer. In fact, that's why I went here. That's the real reason. They increased the number of courses for girls and asked famous designers to design the new school building. They added girly... It's said that thanks to that, the ratio of boys and girls is about 50-50. It became one of the selling points of the school. Knowing that, I had been wavering before I decided to transfer here. I like to think it's inevitable for a former all-boys school student. By the way, it was lunchtime. Sorry to nyss att skoldagen var slut. Han sa väl inte riktigt det, men... Himigi was in the middle of guiding me around the school building. The school building is amazing. The school itself was pretty old. Since it was a special kind of school, it was naturally pretty famous in the local area. Det är säkert den enda skolan också. I've known about it as well since I was little. Hur stor är den här stan egentligen? The school building has been rebuilt over the last few years, with renovations divided into several stages. The work was completed just 1 year ago. It is said to be designed by famous designers, så du sa precis det. The design featured many famous designers, so his appearance was quite different from what is generally associated with the word school. It felt like I had entered some kind of sci-fi setting. The facilities are first class too. It has air conditioning and it's completely barrier-free, so anyone can spend their school days here at ease. Va? Barrier-free? That's right. Björn-san, Eka, Habanoi, Kökuturi should be somewhere in this school. But oi, you really have changed. Himigi, who was walking by my side, muttered as she looked at my face. In the past, your face was cuter, but now it looks kind of rugged. In fact, you're kind of ugly right now. Yeah, same to you. Excuse me, what did you say? If she knew that I thought she's cute when we met on the way to school, she'd never stop joking about it. Hey, are you joking about me? So I kept quiet about that. If I hadn't heard it from Anchan, I wouldn't have recognized you. You heard it from Anchan? Yeah, that you were coming back. By the way, I was in the same class as Himigi. She knew that I might be coming as a transfer student, so she wasn't all that surprised by our encounter this morning. Aoi, you should have contacted me and told me that you were coming back. And told me? And tell me. Sorry. As for Anchan, he wasn't really my older brother or anything. He was our childhood friend, but since he was much older than us, we nicknamed him Anchan. Even if it's not the older brother to us. Himigi glared at me and grumbled as I tried to laugh it off. The old me would have made you taste the axe bomber punch. Va? She didn't actually hit me though. Va? Jag är inte förvirrad, jag är bara chockad, okay? While we were talking, we went back to the classroom. Och jävlar. Nu snackar vi sci-fi. The classrooms weren't exactly normal either. People were playing chess on the floor. I wonder why. I felt a little uneasy taking lessons here, but I will probably get used to it sometime soon. By the way... By the way, there's a girl in wheelchair in this school, right? Talk of the town. Rullstol! Jag har aldrig sett någon rullstol förut. Her name is Bjorchi-san. No, I mean Habanero-san. I asked Himegi as we returned to our seats. I didn't ask what year she was in, even if it wasn't the same as ours. I thought Himegi would know her. Yeah! That was quite an evasive response for Agiha. I mean Himegi. It wasn't just her. Other people who were sitting nearby and overheard our conversation also seemed to be feeling kind of awkward. If you're asking about Habanero-san, she's in our class. It looks like she didn't come today. After Himegi said that, someone added, You meant today either, right? The way she said that seemed quite harsh. That can't be. I mean... I wanted to say that she had left the dormitory this morning in her uniform, but I bit my tongue. Och då har hon fastnat igen. Because the atmosphere was rather strange. Actually, she's been absent from school all the time recently. It seems that her health isn't too good. Poor health? Yesterday she went out to Windmill Hill, and later she was chasing that duck around the halls of the dormitory. And this morning she was wearing her uniform as she left the dorm. Is she skipping school? Is she skipping school? Nej, hon är bara inte här. However, our classmates' reaction to our conversation was even more worrying than Habanero-san's absence. It seemed that even Himegi wasn't telling me everything. But I don't really know the situation, so I can't say anything. Oi, Yamato, can you lend me your English dictionary? Just when the awkward mood had faded, a carefree voice resounded. A somewhat frivolous guy appeared in the entrance of the classroom and called out to a guy from our class. Oh, good timing. Hey, Mabo! Well, what is it, Daga? What is it? You want something? A guy called Mabo entered the classroom. Ja, Richard. Vad fan ska han ha förresten? Jag tror att han är en karaktär som är ganska återkommande, så jag har sett han här. Han finns här. Där är han. Masatsugu. Vad fan ska han få för röst då? Erichan is in a bad mood because I'm getting along with you so well. It must be this jealousy thingy, right? Whatever. Come over here. Huh? Who's this? A transfer student? Himegi looks pretty cute, but she's like a dude on the inside. So watch out. Himegi and I both looked blank at him for a moment. What? Long time no see. Huh? He made a puzzled face when a transfer student suddenly acted so familiarly with him. It's me. Have you forgotten me? It's me, you say? Huh? What? You're Aoi? I looked at him again. She... Looks like she didn't tell him anything, because she wanted to surprise him. Wow, what a good surprise. This slightly frivolous guy was Tasaki Masatsugi, also known as Marable. He was our childhood friend. Why? Is Aoi here? Wait, a transfer student? Huh? What? You're way too surprised. Well, of course I'm surprised. What? You seem well, Mabo. You've grown pretty tall. Masatsugi used to be really small, but now he was about as tall as me. It's not the same kind of change as with Himegi, but it looks like he's grown about twice the size in the 5 years that have passed since we were kids. You too! We firmly shook our right hands. It was just a little greeting. Is it really you, Aoi? Yeah, I'm back, Marble. Welcome back, Aoi! Welcome back, Aoi! Oi! Oi, oi! Jesus. Oi, oi, oi. Ahoy, oi, oi. Oi, oi. This time he gave me a full-on headbang. Hey, what are we doing? Yeah, this is what you call passionate friendship. That's why we... Det är därför vi tappade kontakten, eller vadå? You were the only ones, just det finns typ inte telefoner i den här världen. You were the only ones who fought so. All of the girls around us were totally freaked out. I missed you. What? I didn't miss you, so what? I take that back. You traitor. Marble suddenly backed off and pointed his finger at the tip of my nose. What's this all of a sudden? Well, you thought you could just go ahead and leave without even contacting me. Do you even know what Aga and I have been through, you jerk? Oh, don't mix me up in this. Even so, how dare you? I'm sorry, but I couldn't help moving away. If you want to complain, go talk to my dad. I thought about writing a letter. But it was so embarrassing. Ja, ni har bara känt varandra hela era liv liksom. We were both at fault for not contacting each other to begin with. You traitor, I'll never forgive you. I hate you, you idiot! What the fuck? Saliva flew out of his mouth as he emphasized that. After that, Marble forgot all about borrowing the English dictionary and stormed out of the classroom. Is he a little kid? It wasn't just us. Everyone in the classroom was shocked. I thought this might happen. That's why I didn't tell him. If he had known, he would have gone full throttle like that from the beginning. I think that was the right decision. You have my thanks. Even so, he did seem really upset about it. He recently got a girlfriend and he's really into her. When we were kids, he was always calling out, "Aoi! Himigi, wait!" and followed us everywhere. It's fine. Soon he'll be like before. After all, that guy really likes you, Aoi. Don't say it like that. It sounds gross. Oh, ew, gross. Really? I think it's cute. While we were talking, the bell sounded, which marked the end of lunchtime. Everyone put away their lunchboxes and got ready for the next lesson. Himigi was also going back to her seat, but she stopped halfway and came back. Hey, what's the matter? Himigi lowered her voice, watching out for those around us. I was wondering, why do you know habaneros? I kan inte göra sådär. You see, my mother asked me to be dorm mother of the student dormitory. I also lowered my voice so that those around us wouldn't hear it. The dorm mother? Habanero-san is living there. I see. Mom asked me to take good care of her. Even if she hadn't, I'd be worried about her anyway. When she heard my explanation, Himigi started thinking about something. Her expression was somewhat dark. Everyone's worried that if it continues on like this, she will stop coming altogether. It looks like she's not really enjoying school. Nej, vem gör det? Nej. Saknar fan skolan. Alltså när man slutar skolan, när man går i skolan, då är det ganska stort helvete. Men när man slutar skolan, då saknar man det. Jag ska inte säga att alla gör det bara för att jag gör det, men jag tror att det är en ganska vanlig reaktion faktiskt. It looked like she couldn't believe someone could dislike school. You seem to enjoy it. Me? Of course I do. School is fun after all. I guess. It was still my first day at the new school, but I was enjoying it quite a bit as well. I see, so that's how it is. I guess Himigi was satisfied with my explanation, as she returned to her seat while muttering something. Alltså jag undrar vad mina grannar tänker om de faktiskt hör att jag sitter här och pratar. De hör liksom mig göra flera hundra olika röster typ. After school, I was alone and was wandering around the school building. I wanted to take a look at some of the club activities. Film studies, drama club, there's even an RC club. As expected from a technical school. I looked at the sports grounds from the window. The sports club were practicing in the heat. Compared to my school, it's pretty calm. Och då snackar skit om att de suger på sport eller vad det är. Vet inte. The sports clubs at my school were taken very seriously. Not like those losers down there. Kicking a ball around like it doesn't even matter. The sight of training before a match was one of grueling harshness. Wait, why did I say my school there? I'm a student of this school there. Ja. Så. Det är väl ändå en ganska naturlig grej att säga, eller? I'll go take a look. I went down next to the playing field to watch the sports club practicing. I immediately felt like joining the practice myself though, so I decided to leave. Va? Men gör det då. The doctor said that light exercises shouldn't be a problem, but... okay, vänta va? I tried stepping firmly with my right foot and I didn't really feel any discomfort. Okej. Så det var han som gjorde illa sig i början, eller? Från cykelolyckan. Cykelolykka. A group from the baseball club was returning from the off-campus running course and entered through the school gate. Oh, Minasia. You're Minasia, right? The one who called out to me was my old acquaintance. It's you, Taguchi. Long time no see. So you came back here. Have you decided which club you want to join? No, not yet. I'm taking a look around right now. I joined the baseball club. You become a regular in no time. When I was a kid, I often played baseball in the park. Some of the guys I used to play with back then were now in the baseball team. I'll think about it. I responded casually. The baseball club members repeated their request and turned back towards the sport ground. Baseball or whatever. Anything would be fine if only I could move my body normally. As I grumbled to myself, I didn't want to be anywhere near the sports ground anymore, so I went to the opposite way and entered the path leading behind the school. Ja, same bror. Fan, vi kanske kan komma överens en dag, jag och hon. Jag vet inte vad som har hänt med honom, men... I walked around the rear side of the school grounds for a while. The rear garden, well, even if it was called like that, it looked like it hasn't been maintained at all. It was just an empty space overgrown with weeds. In that empty space, there was a lone garage. And in that garage, I saw... Okay, vänta lite. Hello, I'm coming in. It looked like no one was there, but I called out before going inside just to be sure. I wonder if this place is also used for some club activities. Or maybe it was used for classes. The shelves that covered the walls were crammed with many tools and parts. I don't even know what could they be used for. In the center, there was a huge object covered with a sheet. The feelings that had welled up in me when I watched the sports club practice were strangely subsiding while I was here. The tools and the dimly lit garage must have reminded me of the times when I was tinkering with my bicycle. What is this used for? I quietly walked around the garage. Jag vet att vi kommer träffa någon här. It's pretty spacious. There's even a tea set here. There was no doubt about it. Someone was using this place. It feels strangely comfortable. I guess one of the clubs must... Someone's here! Och vem denna någon är? Får vi se i nästa avsnitt. För vi ska ta avsluta nu. Jag vill tacka er så mycket för att ni har tittat på det här avsnittet utav If My Heart Had Wings, tror jag det heter. Så hörs vi nästa gång. Tills dess så får ni ha det bra. Och allt sånt där. Tack så mycket för att ni har tittat. Hej då!